The countdown toward Avengers Doomsday is slowly moving forward, and even though the film has not yet arrived, fans have already gathered enough hints, rumors, and clues to sketch out a rough picture of what might happen. Nothing is officially confirmed, of course, but when you step back and look at the overall pattern, one thing becomes very clear. This movie will need to open with something massive. For several years following the events of Avengers Endgame, many viewers felt that the Marvel Cinematic Universe struggled to regain its momentum. A series of interconnected shows and films explored the concept of the multiverse, but those stories often felt scattered or overly complicated. Some audiences enjoyed the experimentation, but others were frustrated by slow pacing, false starts, and storylines that never quite paid off. Because of that mixed reception, expectations for Avengers Doomsday are extremely high. Marvel Studios will likely want to begin the film with an explosive sequence that immediately captures attention and signals that the stakes have never been higher. Multiple entertainment insiders and industry sources have suggested that the studio plans to accomplish that goal by bringing together several beloved characters from different corners of the Marvel universe. The rumor circulating most often is that the opening act may feature a dramatic collision between the Spider-Man legacy films and the characters associated with the X-Men universe. More specifically, speculation suggests a confrontation between Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. In this scenario, both heroes are attempting to protect their own respective realities from a catastrophic multiversal collapse. Despite their efforts, they are unable to prevent the destruction. Their universes are wiped out during an incursion, which is the term used to describe the violent collision of two separate realities. This devastating failure would immediately establish the danger facing every remaining universe and set the tone for the rest of the story. To understand the larger situation, it helps to briefly revisit where the primary timeline currently stands after Endgame. Tony Stark sacrificed his life to defeat Thanos, and Natasha Romanoff also died during the mission to obtain the Soul Stone. Steve Rogers returned the Infinity Stones to their original points in time and chose to remain in the past to live a quiet life. As a result, the original Avengers team is no longer active in the way audiences once knew it. The absence of those founding members has created a power vacuum, and there is now tension regarding who has the authority to carry the Avengers name. Valentina Allegra de Fontaine has reportedly reorganized the group previously known as the Thunderbolts and rebranded them as the New Avengers. At the same time, Sam Wilson, now serving as Captain America, is building his own separate team. The full roster of Sam's group has not yet been clearly revealed, but it is expected to include several younger or recently introduced heroes. Meanwhile, other major players across the MCU are focused on their own priorities. Wakanda continues its alliance with Talokan, strengthening its position as an independent global power. Thor appears to be attempting to reclaim a more serious role after the lighter tone of his previous adventure, while also raising his adopted daughter. Each faction is active, but none of them are fully united. At some point, something will have to bring all of these scattered heroes back together. Many fans believe that the catalyst will be the arrival of Dr. Doom. According to widespread speculation, Victor Von Doom will enter the main Marvel timeline alongside the Fantastic Four. Rather than appearing immediately as a villain, he may initially present himself as an ally. Early footage and promotional hints suggest that a meeting takes place in a desert setting, where several major characters gather to confront this mysterious armored figure wearing a metal mask. The only confirmed glimpse of Doom so far reportedly occurs during a mid-credits moment connected to the Fantastic Four storyline. In that scene, he appears inside their headquarters and is seen observing the child, Franklin Richards. At first glance, this seems threatening, since Franklin is known for possessing immense reality-altering power. However, later interpretations suggest that Doom's intentions may not have been hostile during that moment. Instead of acting as an immediate enemy, Doom may rely on his intelligence, charisma, and persuasive presence to convince the Fantastic Four that he is attempting to prevent a much greater disaster. He introduces them to the concept of incursions and claims that multiple universes are already being destroyed. He positions himself as someone who understands the threat better than anyone else and insists that cooperation is the only path forward. The logical place for this alliance to form would be Earth 616, the central reality of the MCU. When the Fantastic Four's spacecraft eventually arrives there, Doom is rumored to be traveling with them. Some versions of the rumor even suggest that legacy heroes, possibly including Steve Rogers or another version of Thor, may be present and vouch for Doom's credibility. Whether those appearances are brief or symbolic remains unclear. Once assembled, Doom explains to the gathered heroes that their universe is facing imminent destruction. He claims that he possesses the knowledge and resources required to stop the chain reaction of collapsing realities. If true, the stakes immediately escalate beyond anything previously seen. This raises a critical question: what is causing the incursions in the first place? In Marvel Comics, incursions often result from immense cosmic forces or entities. However, there is currently no confirmed indication that such beings will appear in this storyline. That leaves room for several competing theories. One possibility involves unintended consequences from earlier time travel events. Some fans speculate that Steve Rogers' decision to remain in the past may have created timeline instability that eventually spread across the multiverse. Another theory suggests that Doctor Strange could be involved. Previous films established that reckless use of magic or dreamwalking can trigger catastrophic reality collisions. Since Strange ended his last appearance with a newly awakened third eye and began traveling the multiverse with Clea, his actions could potentially have unintended consequences. Another candidate is Loki. At the conclusion of his series, Loki assumed the role of guardian of the multiverse, maintaining the stability of branching timelines. If he were removed from that position, either voluntarily or by force, the delicate balance could collapse rapidly. Loki's confirmed involvement in the upcoming story suggests that his status will play an important role. There is also the possibility that Doom himself is responsible. Even if he warns the heroes about the danger, that does not automatically mean he is innocent. Some interpretations suggest that he may intentionally be allowing incursions to occur as part of a larger plan to merge surviving realities into a single domain, often referred to as Battleworld. Once Doom delivers his warning, the heroes are expected to divide into separate teams to address different crises. This approach mirrors the structure used in Endgame, where multiple groups pursued parallel objectives across different locations. Reports indicate that the new Avengers and Sam Wilson's team will remain distinct but cooperative. Characters such as Shang-Chi and Captain Marvel are believed to be active participants. Earlier rumors included the Hulk, but recent statements from actors associated with Hulk-related roles suggest those characters may not appear. The Fantastic Four are expected to remain united as their own unit. Loki may lead a separate mission connected to the mysterious Void. The X-Men are also rumored to become directly involved, marking a major crossover long anticipated by audiences. Doom himself may command a group consisting of individuals with strong mystical abilities. Some speculation suggests that Doctor Strange could temporarily align with him, either out of necessity or shared goals. Interestingly, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is rumored to have little or no presence in this particular installment, possibly due to separate narrative developments. With so many factions active, the film could feature numerous conflicts between heroes rather than a single straightforward villain. One explanation for this is the existence of multiple versions of Doctor Doom across different realities. While one variant may appear cooperative, others could be openly hostile. In comic storylines, the Illuminati once attempted to stop incursions by destroying threatened universes before they could collide with their own. If a similar strategy appears here, it could force heroes into direct confrontation. If each universe believes survival depends on eliminating another, cooperation becomes nearly impossible. There is also speculation that Franklin Richards himself could become a focal point due to his immense power. Competing factions might attempt to control or protect him, further escalating tensions. Regardless of the exact cause, the film is expected to deliver large-scale hero versus hero battles, reminiscent of Captain America's Civil War. Now that mutant characters are integrated into the cinematic universe, a clash between Avengers and X-Men becomes a natural development. Past comic arcs, including conflicts over the Phoenix Force, provide narrative precedent. Another possibility is that the Avengers travel into a reality already populated by established X-Men. Previous scenes have shown Monica Rambeau stranded in an alternate universe under observation by Beast. That setting could serve as the bridge connecting both teams. The reason for conflict may be simple survival. Each side might believe that defeating the other will preserve their own reality. Alternatively, misunderstandings fueled by Doom's influence could lead to unnecessary hostility. Despite any initial trust placed in Doom, it is unlikely that his alliance with the heroes will last. Eventually, he is expected to reveal his true motives. Rumors suggest that his original universe was destroyed during an earlier incursion, leaving him driven by grief and anger. He may blame other heroes, fairly or not, for failing to prevent that catastrophe. Some accounts even propose that a loved one he lost resembled Sue Storm or existed as a variant of her. That personal tragedy could explain his determination to reshape reality according to his own design. Questions also remain about how Doom established himself as a leader after arriving from a destroyed universe. In comic tradition, Victor Von Doom often seizes power through intellect and force of will rather than inheritance. A similar path could explain his rapid rise. Once his true intentions are exposed, large-scale conflict becomes inevitable. If the story follows patterns established in previous ensemble films, the heroes may ultimately lose the final confrontation. The multiverse could collapse entirely, allowing Doom to construct a new reality from the remnants. Such an ending would directly set the stage for the events expected to unfold in the eventual Secret Wars storyline, where surviving characters must navigate a reconstructed universe shaped by Doom's vision. Until the film finally releases, all of these ideas remain speculative. However, the combination of multiversal collapse, shifting alliances, and the introduction of one of Marvel's most iconic antagonists strongly suggests that Avengers Doomsday is being positioned as a pivotal chapter in the overarching narrative. If even a portion of these rumored elements proves accurate, audiences can expect a story defined by massive stakes, emotional confrontations, and the return of long-awaited character interactions that fans have hoped to see on screen for years.